Legendary kangaroo Roger dies, internet set on fire with tributes. It's the end of an era. After a long and healthy life, internet celebrity kangaroo Roger has passed away. The kangaroo became famous for his enormous muscles, but this was only one part of his life story. So now the internet is saying goodbye to Roger in a very heartwarming manner.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Roger the kangaroo was once possibly the internet's most famous marsupial. After growing to an impressive stature, he became the basis for bodybuilding memes and jokes. Roger once stood at an impressive 6 feet 7 inches tall. When he was at his full strength, he was a sight to be reckoned with, although he chilled out a lot in later life. Roger's best human friend, Chris Barnes, is a huge fan of kangaroos. In fact, he's founded a sanctuary to look after rescue kangaroos like Roger, who can't be rehomed in the wild. Roger may have been impressive to behold as an adult, but his life was almost over before it truly began. Barnes rescued him from certain death one fateful day on an empty highway. Barnes found Roger on the side of the road as a tiny newborn Joey. His mother had been killed, and he didn't stand a chance at survival, so Barnes took him home. Back then, Barnes had no idea how big Roger would get. Barnes wasn't unprepared to look after baby Roger. He had opened his own baby kangaroo rescue service the previous year, and played host to lots of tiny bouncy animals. Kangaroos start out life incredibly small, in spite of how large they grow as they get older. Barnes' love of pin-sized creatures meant that he was able to look after plenty of small kangaroos, but they then faced a problem. Hand-reared kangaroos can't be successfully returned to the wild, as they've become too reliant on humans. So while Barnes could save these baby animals, there was no place for them to stay as they got older. Thankfully, Barnes found a solution. As Roger continued to grow, Barnes founded the Kangaroo Sanctuary, a place for rescue kangaroos to spend their lives in peace and safety. Naturally, the enormous Roger became the alpha male of the group. There are plenty of kangaroos at the sanctuary, and not all are quite as big and broad as Roger. These animals are allowed to live a relatively normal life, even if they do have more contact with humans than would be common in the wild. Barnes' life is far from normal. Tiny kangaroos bounce around all over his house, playing with toilet paper and getting into mischief. As they get bigger, they're not given quite as much free rein and spend less time in human bathrooms. Roger was exceptionally strong, growing to a huge size. As the alpha, he wouldn't let Barnes get too near without acting aggressively, which was a good sign. It meant he hadn't become too domesticated by his life at the sanctuary. The super strong kangaroo won the heart of the internet for his impressive physique, with people all over the world wanting to learn more about Roger and his family. All of this attention ended up bringing a lot of interest to Barnes' sanctuary, with visitors coming from across the globe to see Roger and the other kangaroos playing together. This helped Barnes to expand his efforts, helping to protect more kangaroos that couldn't be returned to the wild.